Hi, my name is Ayan, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys or even telling you guys how I got into one of the best business universities in New Zealand. And yes, this isn't some sort of clickbaity or scammy video. This is actually true, and I'm going to show you first of all how I got accepted in this university and what steps that I take to get into it, and I'm just basically going to be sharing my own experience. Before getting started though, this is a disclaimer that I can't guarantee you any sort of way to get into this university. The way I got into it was because of my good grades and hard work and determination in school, and so that's how I got enrolled in this university. So please don't take this as a video or a guide of how you can get into it. I'm just sharing my experiences. Alright, so anyway, let's get straight into it. So first things first is that how do I guarantee you that this is the best business university in New Zealand? Well, of course, first of all, there are 7 major tertiary studies or universities in New Zealand. One of them being the university that I'm going to go to, which is called Waikato University, which is the university that I'm enrolled in. And aside from that, there are 6 more. There are 2 in Auckland, the main city, the big one, and there are some further south of where I live. So first things first is that every single one of these universities has specialized in a particular field. So in my case, Waikato University is very famous for its business. In fact, it is rated top 1% in all of New Zealand for its business studies, especially its business management. For example, Auckland University, they specialize in software development, and if you want to go into the software side of things, there's a university called the Otago University, which is in the South Island, and they specialize in medical. And if you want to be a doctor or a dentist or whatever medical side you want to go into, then that is the best place to go. So that is the brief history of how these universities have specialized in their own field. So my major that I'll be studying at Waikato University is going to be my business major or finance that I've chosen. And I have chosen a few other papers that I'm going to go into, but my major is going to be finance. Now, the reason why I chose finance was because before even selecting my papers or even getting enrolled in Waikato University, I was planning on becoming an engineer. And of course, being from a family who is from the subcontinent, you're always obliged to either choose from being an engineer, a doctor, or even a lawyer for that fact. And so I always thought from a young age that I have to be either one of these 3, but that is definitely not the case. If you are someone, especially a high school student, who is planning to go to university in the next few years, then be mindful that you can be whatever you want. But for me in that case, I thought it was just these 3, and I just stuck with I just want to do engineering. But the thing is that slowly over time I found out that I didn't have any sort of interest in engineering. Okay, although I was good in math, in science, chemistry, physics, whatever sort of theoretical and analytical subjects that you can think of, I was good in them. All right, at school I would always get good grades in them, and no doubt everyone in my family was so proud of what I had achieved in my schooling years. But I never really had an interest in engineering, and so I really thought really hard about what I wanted to do in university and what I wanted to pursue in my later stages in life. And I thought that because I had an interest in business, whatever I used to consume on social media, even the books that I read, they were mostly on business, how to do management, how to manage people, marketing, and little business insights that you can think of. So that was my main reason as to why I chose business. On top of that, I have done a few business, cohorts with a few people, especially in my family as well. And I've helped a few people in helping in their business and getting sales and all that. And I have done a couple of side hustles myself online. So that also sparked an interest in me when it came to choosing what type of major I wanted to go into. So if you're like me, a high school student who wants to study in the University of Waikato or any other university in New Zealand, whether you're a domestic or international student, then please listen up. Based on my experience, the best thing you could do is focus on your grades and make sure you're paying attention to class, you're making notes, you're passing your exams with flying colors, and making sure that you have a good relationship with your teachers, so that once you are about to finish school and you have to apply for university, then when it comes to applying for scholarships, then you'll have a good amount of, I guess, thrust towards how you can actually manage to get a good scholarship amount. And the scholarships that these universities give you, especially the University of Waikato, is quite a lot. If you are able to get flying colors in your exams, then you're bound to get at like maximum, I think, $30,000, $20,000 for your full studies covered. I have also been able to get my own scholarship, but aside from that, there is no really shortcut into how you want to actually enroll. It's just apply online and then get good grades at school and then apply for scholarships, and then that's your full studies covered. But if you aren't able to get scholarship for any sort of reason, then there are other ways of actually getting your studies paid for. And one of the major ways of getting your studies paid for is through a student loan. And you can access a student loan by going to a website called studylink.com. I'll have it in the description down below. So studylink.com is a place where students can either get a student allowance, which is, you know, a fee that the government pays you for expenses, for food, etc., even for studies perhaps. And another one is student loan, which a lot of students get, and that's basically where the government gives you a loan for, you know, paying for your studies, and then later on you have to pay it back. From my knowledge though, student loans have zero interest for domestic students, but for international, I'm not sure how much, but it is interest based for international students. But in the end, there is really no secret formula of how you can get into the best university. And even if you don't get into the desired university that you wanted to, just make sure that it's not just about the university that you go to, it's about how you are as a student and as a person. If you're hardworking, diligent, resilient, and if you have all these good qualities, then you're bound to be a good student and you can get the highest grades or, you know, highest achievements anywhere, whatever university you go to. It doesn't matter if it's, you know, Harvard or, you know, Stanford or any other Ivy League or very prestigious school out there. It doesn't really matter. It all matters about how you perform as a person and as a student, and how you work diligently as well. But of course, I haven't really started yet. My first semester is going to start in a few days, so please wish me luck on that. But other than that, if you guys want content about my daily life as a student at the University of Waikato, then make sure you comment down below vlog, and I'll probably think about it maybe sometime. And yeah, if you guys really enjoyed this video, then please go ahead and like, subscribe, and please share this video with someone who wants to go into a university in New Zealand or anywhere else. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.